What is going on, everybody? Today I'm here with another NBA 2K16 My League Challenge video, and this one, it's going to be a difficult one. This one is going to be the point guard only rebuild challenge. So it's exactly how the name says. I can only have players on my team that are point guards, so it's going to be rough. Let's see if this video can get over 700 likes, and let me know in the comments what other type of challenge videos you guys would want to see. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to go through this. If I get like the Warriors or the Cavs, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to open them in 3, 2, 1. And we get the Clippers. Okay, that's pretty cool because we already have Chris Paul. That's going to make things a little bit easier. And so if I ever make it to the draft, I can only draft guys like Jamal Murray or Chris Dunn or like Isaiah Briscoe. So people like that. So obviously, I think we're good here at Chris Paul. So I got to trade Blake Griffin for a point guard. Maybe I can get Kyrie out of him. We'll have to see. Okay, I'm going to see what I can get for Blake Griffin on the block. I really couldn't move him for Kyrie Irving. So let's see. Obviously, I can't get players unless they're a point guard. So I can get Mike Conley. But for Blake Griffin, that's not really the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, I'm not seeing any... I wish I could do this trade, but I can't. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Let's just go through it here. What point guard would be interesting to get? Kemba Walker, he's always a nice one to have. I can probably get him for cheap. And no, they only want Chris Paul. What about not Rondo? Let's see here. Like a Moutier. What could I give them for a Moutier? Chris Paul, for real, though? That's all you want? Like, that's the only player you'll take? Drew Holiday. Come on, I can get him for cheap. DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford. All right, can I do, like, would acquire $3 million? Okay, so we can trade, like, a J.J. Redick. And you give me your next best point guard, which is a Norris Cole. For real, you're not going to accept that? What if I give up 2 first-round picks? Are you kidding me? I'm not giving up my pick this year. Alright, I'm going to see if the Trailblazers want to do this. Blake Griffin for Damian Lillard, and they don't want to do that. I will honestly give you all my picks for this. Please do this. Come on, okay. What if I give you DeAndre Jordan as well, and you give me Brian Roberts? What's the problem? The Trailblazers requiring $29 million. Okay. Why won't they do this? What else do I have to do? This challenge is already pissing me off. I'll give you Jamal Crawford, and you give me, do you have any overpriced players like Alfred? Why is Alfred Camino 2 stars? Oh, alright, I'm going to see if I can trade Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, a future first-round pick for PJ Tucker, Brandon Knight, and Eric Bledsoe. I can only throw in PJ Tucker because it makes the salaries work out, and they want to do this, and I will definitely take TJ Warren for that. Okay, so now we have 3 point guards on the roster, and Chris Paul, Brandon Knight, and Eric Bledsoe, so it's a start. We are sending TJ Warren and Jeff Green over to the Memphis Grizzlies for Mike Conley and Vince Carter. So now we have 5 point guards because we also had Austin Rivers on the team. So we have Knight, Bledsoe, Paul, and Conley are the main ones. So yeah, I got to work out a trade. I got to trade Crawford, Redick, and everybody else down here. So we are sending JJ Redick and Paul Pierce to the Hawks for Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Korver, and add another point guard to the list. I've just been going to Player Finder, going point guard, and going down here and seeing if I could trade finder any of these guys. Okay, Korver, Crawford, and a 16 first-round pick for Rubio and Gorgie Jang. Okay, I will do that. And now we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point guards. We just got to get rid of like 5 or 6 more players. Alright, we are sending PJ Tucker and Cole Aldrich and a second-round pick over to the 76ers for Carl Landry and Ish Smith. So Ish Smith is the another point guard we are adding, and we're just almost done trading all for point guards in Season 1. So Vince Carter and yeah, I think it's Vu Richard Mubah Mute. They just don't have the Vu Richard part in. For Matthew Dellavedova and Timothy Mozgov. So add Matthew Dellavedova to the point guard list. This is getting bad now. And so we have to get rid of 5 more positions. Signing Mario Chalmers here because we can add him to the point guard list. And he's not a bad one. So let me go back to Player Finder. Let's go to point guard. And let's see which ones we can get down here. Can I get like... I don't want a Calderon. Like a Tony Roden. Without giving up a point guard. Nope, they want... Oh, okay, Gorgie Jang and TJ Wilcox for Lance Thomas and Tony Roden. Okay, New York, I will do that. And we just have to get rid of... I think I can release a player, too. Can I release Carl Landry? Yes, I can. Okay, so I just have to get rid of 3 more players. Alright, guys, so this is the team. We have Chris Paul at point guard, Brandon Knight at shooting guard, Matthew Dellavedova at small forward, Eric Bledsoe, power forward, Mike Conley at center, Schroeder, Rubio, Mario Chalmers, Ish Smith, Tony Roden, Austin Rivers, TJ Augustine, Steve Nash, Jameer Nelson, and Tyler Ennis off the bench. I'm going to be very surprised and happy if we get higher than a 10 seed or lower than a 10 seed, but let's see how this team does in Season number 1. This is really funny. Somehow, Eric Bledsoe gets Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know what position he played for us, but it was pretty, I guess it was power forward center. He averaged 2.5 or 2.7 blocks per game. I don't even know. But we did not make the playoffs. We win 32 games. We go 32 and I think, what was it, 50? And we don't even have our first round pick because I had to trade it away for a point guard. So we'll see the player stats here. Eric Bledsoe, 19 points. Chris Paul, 18, and he averaged 3.5 assists. Brandon Knight, 15 and 4, or 15 and 2.5, I should say. Mike Conley, 14 and 3. Rubio, 10 and 3. Like the assists, so many people had like a decent amount, but like that's really it. Ish Smith did 3 and 2 off the bench. Who had the most rebounds? Was it Bledsoe? Had 7.5 at 6-1. Our tallest player is Matthew Dellavedova and Ricky Rubio. Oh no, we have a 6'6". Why isn't Tony Roden getting any minutes? He should be the center next year. That's what's going to happen unless I can get a really tall point guard in free agency. But let's simulate the playoffs here and see who wins it all. It's probably going to be the Thunder or the Cavs like it usually is. And it is the Cavs over the Thunder in 5. And your finals MVP is LeBron. Alright guys, I am clearing up cap space and sending Ricky Rubio and Jameer Nelson over to the Celtics for Terry Rozier and RJ Hunter. I obviously have to trade RJ Hunter now for a point guard. And then we're going to hop into, I guess, free agency. And of course I have to release him because I'm not going to get any offers for him, and I don't feel like going through every team and seeing what they would take from him. So we release RJ Hunter there, and yes, I'll see you guys, I guess, at free agency since we don't have a draft pick. So Austin Rivers declines his $3.34 million option, but we are bringing back Dennis Schroeder and Tyra Ennis. So LeBron accepts his deal. I don't really care what point guards are here, and of course there's like no good point guards. I think Derrick Rose is usually here, and I'm going to try to get Derrick Rose. But yeah, if nothing else here. So Dellavedova and Conley will offer the qualifying offers to my free agents. I'm not going to, everyone wants to test, Jesus, okay. I want to make sure to bring back Tony Roden just because he's tall. So free agency, let's see who's here. We have $25 million to spend, and okay, Derrick Rose is not here. Okay, so I realized, yeah, that Derrick Rose is a free agent next year, but we are signing Rajon Rondo, bring back Conley, and Dellavedova, go over the salary cap. And it says Dellavedova, what? Did we really not get Dellavedova? That's so dumb, 2K. I hate you. I hate 2K. Like, why? It says I signed him. Am I going to be able to get any of these guys? No, I can only use my mid-level exception, so I have to sort this by age and get somebody really old. After free agency, this is the team. I gotta probably trade for the tallest point guards I could find, and that's the only way that could save our season. Okay, Sean Livingston is 6'7", and I'm definitely gonna try to acquire him. Brandon, really? You're gonna X for all this? No. Let's see if they will do this straight up for Dennis Schroeder. I would do that. We would acquire $1 million more allowed. So let me give you. I gotta get rid of those players. I had to sign them, or the CPU just put them on, and they have to keep 13 players. So you give me Aaron Harrison. You're not interested? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Why aren't you kidding? Like, Tyra Ennis for Frank, sure, and then I'll just trade Frank Kaminsky. So we get Sean Livingston. He'll probably play center for us. Now I'm probably gonna try to get Michael Carter-Williams from the Bucks because he is 6'6". I'm gonna see if the Bucks want to do this. Frank Kaminsky for Michael Carter-Williams, and you're not getting back for what? I hate 2K. Alright, I'll give you Terry Rozier, and you give me your worst player. Anthony Brown. You're not interested. What else do you want me to give you? I'll give you Aaron Harrison, and you give me your worst player. Brandon Knight for Chris Middleton? Sure, fine. I'll do that, and then I'll trade Chris Middleton. I don't know why they gotta be so annoying. Try to trade Chris Middleton to the Pelicans for Drew Holiday, and of course they say they're already set at shooting guard, and it doesn't benefit them, so that probably means I'm never gonna get it. So let's try to get like maybe Darren Collison for Chris Middleton. I think this should work. If it doesn't, I don't know what else. Michael Conley for 38 now. This is gonna get ridiculous right now. Alright guys, so before we simulate the second season, I am doing this blockbuster trade. Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe over to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell and Bismack Biyombo. I'm only doing this because after this year, D'Angelo Russell should be borderline a 90 overall just because how well he progresses. So I have to trade Bismack Biyombo and this guy named Damian Inglis, who we just got. So I gotta find a point guard, and Jordan Cole. I was thinking of like J. Cole, but Norris Cole is really the best guy I can get. Jody Meeks. Alright, I'm going to find a trade off camera, and I'll see you guys at the end of Season 2, and I'll tell you guys what trades I have made. Ricky Rubio wins an award over in Boston, and Brandon Knight wins an award over in Milwaukee. I think we traded Ricky Rubio last year's offseason, and we traded Brandon Knight for Michael Carter-Williams just to get a bigger lineup, and obviously it didn't work since we don't even have our first round pick, and we go freaking 28 and 54. We were god awful. I don't know how, like, I'm gonna try my best to make the playoffs next year. But like D'Angelo Russell, a point guard, or like small forward. He's 6'5". We have. Maybe I should change their positions, or no, that would be cheating, I guess. Mike Conley, like, we had 5 double-digit scores. I don't know. I thought we were doing a lot better. Like Michael Carter-Williams at 7.5 rebounds. I think I power forward, and Livingston was at center, and he only had 4.5. Great. But yeah, so we don't make the playoffs. We gotta see who wins it all. And it is going to be, the Bulls were a 1 seed, okay, but they get pounced in the first round. It's a Wizards-Warrior final, and it goes to Game 7, but the Wizards do pull it out, and the Wizards pull it out. No, the Warriors pull it out, and your finals MVP is Steph Curry. So let's simulate here to the NBA draft and see what we have to do with this team. I don't even know. Like, we're over the cap. I have nothing to do. It's so hard. I could even trade like Thiago Splitter. I just gave him no minutes, obviously. But, like, nobody would want him for a point guard, like any point guard. So we have Mike Conley, who's making 13 mil. We have Rondo, who's making 16 mil. 4 mil for Livingston and 4 mil for Cole. I think I'm going to trade Rondo, and that will be it for the trading. All right, Jamal Murray for Rondo. Can I do this without Nene? Yes, okay. So we get Jamal Murray for Rondo. We just clear up cap space. And I know Chris Paul is a free agent. So let's see. We go to player contracts. We have 64 mil if we'll have like around 40 mil if Paul accepts his deal. And then we have to bring back Michael Carter-Williams. He's the only guy we have to bring back, really, that's good. So let's skip over the NBA draft. Go to rookie signings here. We obviously have no rookies. Team player options. Definitely bring back Russell. Not bring back the small forward shooting guard. And Chris Paul, of course, declines his deal. Hopefully, he'll be there. Or Kyle Lowry could be there in free agency that we can go after too. Qualifying offers, Michael Carter-Williams. I'll definitely offer you one. Got to bring our center back. My free agents. All right, Chris Paul wants to come back. Let's go. Let's get him back on a deal. And then we should have enough to maybe get like a Kyle Lowry. So 29 mil player option. Yes. He agrees that. Michael Carter wants to test. We'll bind him. I can bring back on that deal. And Nate Robinson wants to test as well. All right, free agency. There we go. We get Chris Paul and bind him. So we have 28 million to get, hopefully, Kyle Lowry and another point guard. Okay, so most of the point guards we get accept their offer. So we have Kyle Lowry. Can I bring any of these guys in? I can bring George Hill in. Okay, so we're going to bring in Kyle Lowry and George Hill. Let's go. And now I'm just going to wait to match any deal on Michael Carter-Williams. He accepts his deal. I can go over the cap on him. And we have like about 10, I think, people under Ross or on contract that are point guards. Can I get any of these guys for cheap? Okay. I can use probably my MLE on them or my mid-level exception if you didn't know what that meant. But let's see. Can I get it on any of these players that I just randomly signed? Okay, I think I can, and yeah, we should be good. So that's 13 players, I think, under roster, so we should be good, and I'll see you guys at the start of Season 3, where hopefully we can maybe make the playoffs. Okay, so we have a 6-foot Chris Paul point guard, a 6'5" D'Angelo Russell at shooting guard, 6'5" Jamal Murray at small forward, 6'6" Michael Carter-Williams at power forward, and a 6'7" Sean Livingston at center. Hopefully this team can somehow make the playoffs. We have Kyle Lowry as 6th man, Mike Conley as 7th man, George Hill as our 8th man, and Norris Cole as our 9th man. So yeah, that's going to be for me, and hopefully this team will make the playoffs in Season 3, or this could just be a big failure. Oh my god, guys, I am so hyped right now. We snuck in as the 8th seed. Oh, and I think we tied for it, and we had the tiebreaker. No, we won it by 1 game over the Denver Nuggets. The all-point guard roster of D'Angelo Russell dropping 20, Chris Paul dropping 15 and 5. He was the leading assister. And then Jamal Murray, 7.5 boards. Michael Carter-Williams, 7.1. Sean Livingston's just a crappy center at this point. But I don't care. We're heading into the playoffs. I think we're taking on the Thunder, which is going to be a sweep. We all know. But I'm just happy we finally made it into the playoffs. Like, that's all I wanted. And yeah, so that team is stacked anyway. Taking on the Thunder. We're probably going to get swept. If we can win 1 game, that would be insane. But we're down 2-0. Yep. We won a game. Are you kidding me? We won. We dropped 120 on them. I'm fine with that. Yep, and we lose in 5. That was expected. All right, so that is going to be it for me. This was a pretty tough challenge, but I think it wasn't the goal to win at all. It was just to get into the playoffs, and I think I succeeded that. But LeBron James wins, I think, NBA's Finals 2 years in the series or something. I think he won it the first year and then this year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what other types of challenge videos you would like to see, and don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. NBA 2K16 is almost over, but we are entering those NBA 2K17 like early stages. It's coming out just around the corner. But yeah, that's gonna be for me. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you all. See you guys in the next video. Peace.